This is Daily Armenia, CivilNet's daily news digest. Here's what's making news in Armenia today. Troops from Armenia and the United States began joint military exercises yesterday in defiance of repeated condemnations from Russia. The Eagle Partner exercise is a testament to our long-standing partnership with Armenia and builds upon decades of successful security cooperation, U.S. Ambassador Kristina Kvien said at the opening ceremony. For his part, Armenian Defense Minister Suren Papikyan said he highly values this cooperation, which is aimed at enhancing the level of interoperability between units participating in international peacekeeping missions within the framework of peacekeeping operations. The drills, which are bringing together members of Armenia's peacekeeping brigade with troops from the U.S. Army Europe and Africa Command and the Kansas National Guard, will run until next Wednesday and follow up on similar joint drills held last year. Speaking to reporters in Moscow last Friday, the spokesperson for Russia's foreign ministry condemned the exercises, saying they cause nothing but regret. In related news, a State Department spokesperson told reporters yesterday the United States sees incredible progress in ongoing efforts to reach an Armenia-Azerbaijan normalization deal, while noting that a number of thorny issues remain unresolved. Reaching a deal requires both sides to make some difficult choices and tough compromises, said Matthew Miller, without elaborating. Meanwhile, Uzra Zeya, the U.S. Undersecretary for Civilian Security, Democracy, and Human Rights, arrived in Yerevan to meet with top officials, announcing today that the United States will allocate about $16 million to Armenia's patrol police and remains committed to working with Armenia to push forward law enforcement reform. Former Vanadzor Mayor Mamikon Aslanyan has been released on bail after more than 2.5 years in prison, his lawyer wrote on Facebook yesterday. Aslanyan's bail totaled nearly $26,000, Ruben Melikian said, adding, "freedom to all other political prisoners." Despite his release on bail, Aslanyan continues to face charges of abuse of power and fraud that date back to 2021, when his voting bloc won the most votes in Vanadzor's latest city council elections. Days after his apparent victory over Pashinyan's civil contract party, Aslanyan was arrested for the allegations in connection with his prior term as the mayor of Armenia's third biggest city from 2016 to 2021. Aslanyan has rejected the charges as politically motivated. Several months later, Pashinyan appointed an acting mayor for Vanadzor after a civil contract, which holds the majority of seats in parliament, gave him the power to select mayors in certain circumstances. That man, Arkady Pelesyan, is the head of a minor party who has several prior criminal convictions. Vanadzor was one of a number of municipal elections where civil contract has suffered defeats in recent years that were then followed by members of the security services detaining election winners on charges they have rejected as politically motivated. France's ambassador to Armenia has described Paris's support for Yerevan as unconditional, complete, and permanent, in some of Olivier de Cotigny's strongest remarks on the matter to date. Speaking Saturday at an event in Yerevan to mark France's Bastille Day national holiday, de Cotigny hailed the current state of relations, saying ties have never been so comprehensive and reliable as they are now. For his part, Armenian Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan said he welcomed what he called the special relations Armenia enjoys with France, thanking French President Emmanuel Macron in a congratulatory telegram for his decisive commitment and direct role in standing by the Armenian people. "I reaffirm my invitation to host you in Armenia on a state visit in September," Pashinyan added. There was no immediate reaction to that offer from the Élysée Palace. France has dramatically stepped up its support for Armenia since the 2020 Nagorno-Karabakh war, most notably becoming the first NATO member country to sell Armenia weapons in a landmark arms deal last year. And finally, the CivilNet number of the day is 21. That's because the 21st annual Golden Apricot Yerevan International Film Festival just wrapped up, with an awards ceremony Saturday. Caroline van der Tans, The Gospel According to Chereta, won top prize in the international competition. Farah Kasem's We Are Inside won top prize in the regional competition, and Hrant Varjapetyan's Home won top prize in the short film competition. And as always, please follow CivilNet for the latest news and independent reporting from our contributors on the ground here in Armenia.